Welcome to Metallica Minerals, an Australian resource development company in transition to becoming a long-term supplier of strategic metals to global markets. Brisbane-based Metallica Minerals listed on the Australian Securities Exchange in 2004 and is focused on the development of its flagship SCONI Trimetal Scandium-Cobalt-Nickel project in North Queensland, Australia. Metallica also holds two zircon rutile heavy mineral sands projects at Weipa in Cape York and Gippsland in Victoria. The growth strategy is driven by founding managing director Andrew Gillies, joined by CEO Gavin Becker, and an experienced five-man board headed by veteran chairman David Barwick, with an industry-leading team of dedicated mine developers, geologists, metallurgists, experienced support personnel and corporate financiers. SCONI's resources are in four regional areas: Bell Creek, Minamulka, Kokomo and Greenvale Lucknow. At SCONI, significant measured, indicated and inferred resources have been defined and can be further expanded. In July 2012, Metallica recalculated the SCONI resource into southern deposits and northern deposits. The southern deposits were the focus of the scoping study and included 59.5 million tonnes of nickel, cobalt and scandium-bearing laterite ore type containing approximately 305,100 tonnes of nickel, 41,100 tonnes of cobalt and 5,741 tonnes of scandium oxide. Additional nickel-cobalt resources in the northern deposits include 18.4 million tonnes of nickel-cobalt-bearing laterite containing approximately 162,000 tonnes of nickel and 9,400 tonnes of cobalt. SCONI offers several advantages beyond those of most nickel laterite projects, including the ability to selectively mine nickel-cobalt and high-grade scandium ores, an excellent development location, lucrative co-product scandium credits, and the potential for high margins. 3 metal products will be produced from the one process plant, utilising the established high-pressure acid leach or HPAL and solvent extraction processes. All of the nickel, cobalt and scandium resources are shallow, either at or close to the surface. After completing around 4,000 drill holes in the last 7 years, the exploration phase is effectively accomplished. The resource evaluation, feasibility and development planning now underway is focused on remaining nickel-cobalt resources at the Greenvale nickel mine site and scandium and nickel-cobalt ores from Lucknow and Kokomo. Greenvale's higher-grade nickel zones contain in excess of 1.2% nickel. The deposit is home to the former Greenvale nickel mine, once Australia's largest nickel laterite operation. SCONI, Metallica's flagship project. Metallica's core growth strategy is firmly tied to SCONI. So what is scandium, you may well ask? Scandium, element 21, is one of the 17 rare earth elements and one of the most valuable. High-grade, large-tonnage mineable scandium deposits are scarce. Scandium shares similar properties to other more abundant and commonly used strategic tech metals, such as titanium, zircon and yttrium. Scandium has unique properties that will enhance our technological future. Scandium is the most potent strengthening element that can be alloyed with aluminium. For example, in making stronger aluminium alloy welded components and frames for aerospace applications, cars, marine craft, trains, and high-performance sporting equipment. Scandium can be used to make solid oxide fuel cells significantly more efficient. This will be increasingly important with the worldwide massive expansion of natural gas usage and gas distribution infrastructure. Natural gas and fuel cells are the future, and Metallica believes scandium is going to be part of that future by getting the most amount of electrical and thermal energy from the least amount of fuel. Efficient, cleaner energy is the gateway to a more sustainable society. Current scandium use is severely restricted by its scarcity and lack of reliable supply. At present, there's no scandium ore mining or primary scandium supply. It is being sourced solely from remnant Soviet stockpiles and in small quantities as a byproduct from other metal processing. Scandium oxide prices are currently over $1,500 per kilogram for high-purity scandium oxide. Metallica has discovered two large and high-grade scandium resources, Lucknow and Kokomo, while evaluating its nickel-cobalt deposits, and they have the potential to make Metallica the major world supplier of scandium. SCONI's development strategy. After assessing all processing and development options, Metallica is pursuing a development strategy that will use the proven high-pressure acid leach or HPAL process and solvent extraction to produce high-purity nickel metal and scandium oxide as well as cobalt sulfide. The SCONI operation will focus on selectively mining higher-grade nickel-cobalt ores from Greenvale and scandium-rich nickel ores from nearby Lucknow, and then blending those ores at the processing plant to be situated at the old Greenvale nickel mine site. Greenvale is conveniently located approximately 2.5 hours' drive on Sealed Road from Townsville, the largest city in North Queensland. The proposed SCONI processing plant on the Greenvale nickel mine site will treat around 750,000 tonnes of ore per annum for over 20 years. Once in production, the operation is expected to directly employ over 240 people and many more during construction. Greenvale is an excellent project development site with many advantages compared to a greenfield project. Sealed roads, water and town infrastructure are all close by. Sulphur will be imported through the port of Townsville to an on-site acid power plant at Greenvale, supplying the leaching reagent as well as byproduct steam for power generation and heat requirements in the process. Limestone and lime will also be sourced locally from Metallica's wholly owned subsidiary, Phoenix Lime, which owns the Utan Limeworks near SCONI. Subject to completion of a feasibility study, Greenvale, now SCONI, should once again become the largest nickel-cobalt producer in Eastern Australia and also the world's first major producer of scandium. Drilling at Lucknow and Kokomo has defined over 16 million tonnes of high-grade scandium ore containing approximately 3,250 tonnes of scandium oxide. Within the scandium laterite mineralization, there are well-defined higher-grade scandium zones, which include drill intercepts of up to 27 metres at 882 grams per tonne scandium from surface at Lucknow and up to 37 metres, averaging 436 grams per tonne scandium at Kokomo. In addition to SCONI, Metallica, through its 100% owned subsidiary company Awesome Australia Proprietary Limited, holds two exciting zircon and rutile mineral sands projects, Urquhart Point near Weipa, Queensland, and the large Gippsland project in Victoria, where it has an option to acquire from Rio Tinto. Zircon and rutile minerals are currently receiving high prices and are projected to continue to be much sought after internationally in the long term. Metallica has a solid foundation for growth and a value-adding project development pipeline. Metallica's significant investment portfolio includes additional commodity opportunities in coal, bauxite. With a strong cash position and its strategic ASX-listed investments underpinning our scandium, cobalt, nickel and zircon rutile heavy mineral sands projects, Metallica has added confidence in developing its projects and delivering value for its shareholders. Metallica Minerals has a clear strategy for major company growth in achieving the transition from a resource development company to becoming a producer of highly sought-after commodities. Discover the hidden value in Metallica Minerals.